am here, and we are working on, we are all in this together quilt, and we are making lots of little people and kind of representing all of us around the world, and we're making little houses. So I've got people here, and I've got houses here. We've got some houses with hearts in them, and then we've got houses with just a window, and where we're hanging up our hearts in our windows and all of that kind of stuff. So it's just really a lot of fun, and I have got so many different colors of people, and it just looks really fun. So I kind of want to show you what I've been piecing here. So I think you can see my sewing machine just a little bit. Let me move my iron back, but I've got most everything here taken care of. We've got a little bit more of a wide angle view. So let's see here. Hi, Liz. It's good to see you. It is so good to see you. It's just so fun. Can you believe it's Friday already? And I mean, this week went by so fast for me. I don't know about you. Was this a slow week or a fast week? Hi, Jane. It's good to see you from South Wales. Liz is in Canada. Hello, Carol. Hi, Melody. It's so fun. I got to talk to Melody this last week. I got to talk to Liz this last week. We were in the Everyone Can Quilt group room, and we just had such a fun time chatting. And we chatted about things sewing, and then we chatted about other things. And that was wonderful talking to Melody on the phone. But I want to show you, I have been string feeding these little guys together just like crazy. So I've got a whole bunch of people here. And I've definitely been string feeding and just string feeding. And I really wanted you guys to see this, to see that it may seem like these are small little things, but it really goes very, very quickly, and it's kind of fun. I've got some, to just listen to people, or I make phone calls to people as I'm stitching or cutting, and kind of reconnect with all of our little people around the world and family. I talked to my stepdad today, and then I talked to a good friend today. So it's amazing what we can do. And then I am taking some different business classes. And it is so fun to be able to take those business classes. Hello from the Netherlands. I'm so excited that we just have a worldwide group of people just like this quilt that we are doing. So I'm doing some business classes too, that are about, the things that I do with the quilting and the sewing. And anyways, because I'm getting ready we're going to launch an online quilting course, which is going to be really fun. So I'm kind of learning all the ins and outs of doing that. So I'm using my little Cricut maker. Hugs from the United States. I wish I was in the Netherlands. We've got just crazy more coronavirus here in Utah. So I'm using this little iron. I'm finding this thing to be kind of handy while I'm doing all this little bits of pressing, but I really like to press continuously as I am piecing my things. So I'm a pressing person. I don't know, do you guys like to press kind of nonstop as you stitch and sew? Because that is definitely what I do. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. And today I thought we would make the table runner. And I want you guys to pick out, hopefully I can follow measurements without printing out. I hope that you can too. You know what? We don't need to print off every single pattern. So the pattern for this is that we are all in this together. Oh, let me go ahead and turn on that live chat for you guys really fast, so if you guys want to know where to find things, you can easily find it. So let me go here, and I'm going to go into this one, and let's go ahead and change this for the video that we're doing right now. And then it will be active, so that if you don't know where to get this or to get the pattern, then you can actually ask for that through Facebook, and it'll send you a message. So anyways, but this is what the pattern looks like. You can have it as a PDF download, but this is the hard copy. And the hard copy has a cover, you know, of the front and back. And then it has everything printed off right here. And then I also included, whether you have the PDF or the hard copy, I included some quilt markers so that when you're cutting things out and you don't want to kind of lose track of what you're doing, that's just a little fun bonus in there. And the pattern includes instructions for the quilt, for the table runner, and for a pillow. So we are going to do the table runner today. But I want you guys to help me pick out the different people that we have. Let me just see if I'm getting, anyways, I get text messages and all sorts of things. But I've got, let me show you my colors. I've got a really pretty purple. This is kind of like a hot pink red. Anyways, it is so fun to see you guys. Oh, Peter! Peter, it's you from Iowa! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad! I'm so glad to hear. I talk with Peter all the time. I love sharing his fun quilt box. He lives in Iowa, and I love his quilt box. But Peter is like a master piecer. So awesome, Peter! I'm so glad because it just says Facebook user. It doesn't say your name on there. So very fun. I'm so glad you're here. Very, very cool. Okay, I've got a little green one. I've got a blue one. A lighter purple, kind of like a mustard color. I've got this pink one. I have a brown one. I want you guys to help me figure out the colors. So for the table runner, we need to pick out 8 of these. Yellow and teal. So what colors should we pick out for our table runner? And then we're going to do 2 houses. So let's pick out the people first. So I think I will switch my camera around so that we can like kind of lay these out and you guys can tell me what you think would be a good pick for these. So we need 8 people. Teal and purple. Carol, I agree with you. Which shade of purple? I have 2 different shades of purple, but I agree with you. I love the teal. I love the teal. So should we go with the darker purple or the lighter purple? What do you think? You guys, I think this is so fun to like design this together with you guys. And here's the teal. So which purple should we go with? Rainbow people, perfect. Absolutely. Rainbow people are perfect because we are from everywhere and we're all kinds of people and we are all in this together. How many of each color do you have? Oh, I've got lots. But, okay, the dark. Okay, Lynette says dark. Okay, let's go with the darker color, darker purple. Okay, we have 2.
Chat.
Oh, somebody wants to chat with me on the website. Let me go ahead and turn off my volume so you don't hear all that. Although you'll hear it go over there. So, okay, we've got 2. Okay, good, Melody. Okay, the pink and the light yellow. Mark, I totally agree with you. I don't know. That might be Loretta. Okay, but I love the yellow. I just love the contrast of the yellow in there with these other colors. And the pink. Okay, so we've got 2 different shades of pink here. This kind of looks like a red right here, but it's kind of like a hot pink. Should we go with the lighter pink, the light purple? Okay, all right. We're gonna do it. Let's do a pink in there, and let's add the lighter purple back in. All right. Okay, what else? So we've got how many people? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 right now. I've got green. I've got blue. I've got a brown one and the mustard color and this hot pink. The darker pink. Okay, let's go with the darker pink. I agree because it almost looks red. And I love that pop of red. And you guys, I started years ago just only working exclusively kind of with solids. And you know what? It kind of liberated me where I didn't feel like I have to buy all the fabric and all the beautiful prints. And then you like see something. Okay, blue, the blue. Okay, you're right, Mark or Loretta, the blue. We got to have a blue in there. Okay, so let's see what we have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So should we do a green and how about a brown? And I'm going to take away the lighter purple so that we've got a little bit more of the different colors in here, okay? And I've got fabric with tons more colors. I just thought this might be a good assortment for right now. Throw the blue in for contrast. I agree with you. We need the contrast. We do. Okay, so those are our people that we're going to use. I'm going to set aside the extra people. Let's put them over there. All right, so we're going to put together this table runner. Now, we need 2 houses to go with the table runner. So we need 2 houses. So should we go with a house with a window? I've got 2 window houses to choose from and 2 heart houses to choose from. Green makes a rainbow. You know what, Lynette? You are right about that. You are right about that. So what do you think? What should we do? Should we do a heart for sure? Okay. And should we do the 2 hearts just for fun? Let's see. What do they look like? We've got, you know what? That's kind of pretty. Should we just go with the hearts for right now? Let's just go with the 2 hearts. All right, let's do it. All right, now I'm gonna flip the camera and I'm gonna lay this out and we're gonna decide what order to put these in, and then we're gonna sew this together, and it's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited, and I love that I am creating this with you guys live. I mean, that's just the coolest part of it all too. So let's go ahead and flip the camera. I'm gonna press a button, flip the camera. You can see my mess that I have here. Okay, so let's flip our little people around. Let's move this. Oopsie! I dropped a pin cushion or a metal pin holder thing. It went kaput, but that's okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and see here. We have lots of things around us. Okay, so let's put these people in the order. So what we're going to do is, on the pattern, we have 3 people. So let's go ahead and pull out. Well, you can see it right here. We're going to put the row of the hearts on the end. Okay, let me move this over so you guys can see it a little bit better. We're going to put the row of hearts. There's going to be 3 people, a house, 2 people, a house, 3 people, and another thing of hearts. All right, so let's go ahead and lay this out. So we've got the hearts down here on the end. And let's go ahead and let's lay these here. So we're going to have 3 people. Should we maybe put like a yellow in there? We can maybe put, what do you think about order? Carol, you have to head back to work. I know. Peter, it's so funny. Things are dropping. Things are like going everywhere. Okay, so maybe I don't know what that looks like. There's the blue, kind of that reddish pink, the yellow, a house with a heart on it. Okay, we need 2 people in the middle. Maybe we do the brown or the green. What do you guys think? What should we do? Let me know. And maybe we need the purple over there. I don't know. And then if we do another house, let's redesign this. Oh, we need 1 more. Oh, no, we have enough. Oh, we don't want that teal right next to that teal house. What do you think? Another pink, a brown, and a teal? Maybe we need, does that feel balanced? You guys give some feedback here. What do you think? These are really popping for me. Maybe we should move like this, maybe this yellow over here. No, I don't want to move the yellow because that just doesn't, because it's right next to that house. Okay, I'm overthinking this, everybody. I'm overthinking this. Maybe we move, I don't want to move that blue over there. Maybe we put that there and put the yellow. No, that just doesn't pop as much. Okay, don't do green. His feet are green. You're right, the right next to the grass. You're right about that. You're right next to the grass. Okay, good point. Okay, I like that. Exchange blue and teal. The blue and the teal. Good idea. Good idea. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. And then but you're kind of right. Maybe we should bring the green over here so it's not next to a house. What do you think? Don't do, yeah, Peter's saying that. Don't do green. His feet are green, and so is the grass of the house. Okay, so let's move green over. Really good feedback. Really good feedback. Let's maybe pull this over here. Let's see if we can pull that pink. That might give a little bit more contrast. Pink and purple. I don't know. Pink and purple. I think that might look good. What do you guys think? What else would you do? Okay, we've got the hearts, teal, brown, yellow, blue house, pink, purple, teal house, blue, reddish. It's not quite, because you can see this is a true red, and that's kind of like a hot pink, reddish, but maybe a tomato. I don't know how to say it. And then a green. Okay, Kathy thinks it's perfect. Any other feedback? Looks good. Okay, Loretta or Mark? Is that Loretta or Mark? Let me know. It's so good to see you guys. I love to make things with you. This just is so intoxicating. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead. I think let's piece these guys together. Let's get going. All right, so let me bring down my little ruler. And, okay, so I could square these up a little bit more, but we're going to go ahead and just piece these guys together. And we're going to talk about what's important to match as you're doing this, all right? So, okay, very, very good. Now, I'm going to take a pin, and what's most important is as these are sitting next to each other, I'm really going to want those arms to match, okay? And I've been trying to kind of press these toward the inside, kind of pressing it to the darker side from the background fabric. Let me turn on my little iron again. But I've been trying to press that just so that it's a little bit more rigid. Okay, so that's what we're going to want to make sure that we have matching up are the arms. So let's go ahead and put that right next to each other. I'm going to pin this, and I might even flip have my seams. I could nest my seams here so I can make sure that that is going to match. All right? So let's go ahead and pin that, because that's the most important thing that we're going to want to have match here. Okay, you guys, we are all in this together, and I love that we're making this together live, like completely. Okay, so here we go. All right, let's bring this over. I'm going to want to match up those seams, but it's mainly background fabric, so if it isn't perfect, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's mainly background fabric, but I'm going to want these other seams to match. The other thing that I am going to want to match is where my feet come together. So I'm just going to want to make sure that my angle is going to be about right on. So let's go ahead and just line that up. So those are some good tips. Anything else that you think that should be kind of matched up pretty well? Okay, so let's go ahead and run this through. I'm going to do it at a 1/4 inch seam here. And we can nest some of that if we want to. We can nest it. We could press all of our seams open. What do you guys prefer to do? Do you guys prefer to press your seams open? Do you prefer to, press it to the darker side? Do you guys have, like, how do you like to do it? Peter, how do you like to press? You know what I mean? It's so nice. Everybody has different routines and different ways of doing it, but no way is a wrong way. Just whatever you're comfortable with and what you feel you can get down, right? It's not everybody. We are all different and unique. And it just, you pressed Melody, that's what I do a lot too. As I press to the darker side is typically what I do. And then if I feel like there's a lot of bulk, so on this little heart, I was feeling like there was a lot of bulk here. If I really have a lot of bulk, I might press open, say on that little heart thing. Okay, looks good. Okay, let's go to our next one. All right, let's piece these together. And then we are gonna have our little table runner pieced, and we'll come back. How would you quilt this? So on the pattern, it has, we're gonna just piece these guys together for today. But on the pattern, it has just the background fabric, any background fabric. I'm making sure I've got my little arms matched here. Let me flip my seam. But on the pattern, we just have background fabric that kind of floats these people, and the house is in there, just so that we're kind of featuring them, right? Because that's what the quilt is about. So for me, I'm going to stick with my background fabric, which you could have this be scrappy and have all different shades and colors of background fabric. So whatever you do is great. So let's go ahead and pull this together. Let's open that up and check that out. Oh, that's so sweet. I really want to press everything right now. But we'll have a border of background fabric around. Okay, now we are now attaching the person to the house. Any tips here for attaching the person to the house? All right. One thing that I'm going to want to make sure is that this hand is coming over and hitting just about right here with that little roof. Okay. So let's go ahead and put these right sides together. And I'm going to make sure I've got this just about right. Remember, I'm going to pay attention to where that little arm is hitting the roof. It's just hitting the roof just slightly under. All right. Let's go ahead and pin in a couple spots and bring this along. And then we're hitting the grass right next to the feet, which is fine. And I did different shades of green for my grass. I don't feel like it all needs to be the same. You know what I mean? We all live in different places, and the grass is different colors. And maybe we don't even have grass. Maybe we have sand. Maybe we live in the desert. You know what I mean? Hi, Jane. You're fairly new to quilting, and I'm learning that it's good to press to the dark side and to alternate the seams in the rows. Yes, it is. It is. So you nest your seams and you kind of smash them up together, Jane. And then that helps you to know that you're kind of matching everything on there. Okay? Oh, I'm dying to press this. I just love to press this. I'm having to refrain myself though. Okay, now I'm going to make sure that if things aren't quite matching up, like I feel like there's a little bubble in there. Remember, we've got triangles. So if I feel like there's a little bubble, I am going to give this just a slight bit, just a tiny little stretch. So remember, cotton fabric does have a stretch to it, and especially when you're working with the triangle, which is what we have next to that leg right there. So I'm not going to let it pucker, but I am going to just give it just a tiny bit of a stretch, but I'm going to have these points match up down there at the bottom. Okay. So it's not going to, let's go ahead and open that up, take out some of these pins. And look at how sweet that is. Oh my gosh, it's so fun and playful. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our purple person, our darker purple person right here. So you guys, I started transitioning from purchasing a lot of prints because, you know, when I follow different designers or different artists out there, I almost felt panicky every time they released a new collection because I'd be like, I've got to go get a fat quarter bundle of that new collection. And, you know, I've got to go do this or I've got to go do that. But then I would have no idea what I wanted to do with that fat quarter bundle. And sometimes I loved the collection so much, I didn't want to use the fabric. And I would hoard it. I've got some fat quarters behind me that I've hoarded. Hold on, I've got a little bit of thread. So I started transitioning to just using solids because then that way I can always go buy more solid or a basic fabric. So I started transitioning myself to solid and basics. So you'll find different fabric collections. They have basic fabrics. Let me see if I have anything. Shades are basics. Let's see here, that are kind of like that marbled look. Riley Blake has like hashtag fabric. They have Kisses fabric. Look at that. Oh, I'm so dying to press. They have lots of different things. And so there's different collections that are out there. You know, this one I probably should square up. I'm going to just make sure where I'm at. Okay, so let's look at this because this is a little wonky. Let's press this before we go ahead and do this. Before I square up. It had a good press, but we're going to do it again. Okay, and then this block I'm going to press. I'm going to square this up, and let me show you how I square up my blocks. So I know that this needs to be 4.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches. All right. And so I can see that I've got, can you guys see me? I'm not like off the screen. I'm not. Let's bring this up just slightly. Okay, so I can see that I'm at 4.5 inches, and this is really nice and straight right here. Okay. And I am at a good 6.5 inches. So when this fabric, when you're pulling it, you know, we've got that 6.5 inches there. Okay. Now I'm going to want to make this match up. And I'm going to compensate for places where I might have made a mistake. So let's go ahead and look at this. So I'm going to take my ruler at this 4.5 inch mark, and I am going to just kind of slice that just like that. Okay. Now I can see that I had a shortfall. I've got a sliver of a shortfall right here. So I know, let me make sure, I can't quite see the whole screen of what, yeah, okay, you guys can see my whole pink person. So I've got just a sliver of a shortfall right here, you guys. So when I join this to this person right here, I am going to allow there to be a little sliver right there. All right. So let's bring these together, and I'm going to give myself, I'm going to match this up here, and then I'm going to give myself a little bit, a hairline of a space over here. Does that make sense? So I'm going to compensate for the fact, because the things that we make, I mean, how many pieces are in this little block? There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You guys, there's 21 pieces of fabric in this one little block, all right? Even though you might cut perfectly and piece perfectly, things will go wonky, all right? So when you have something that is slightly awry, then you go ahead and you line that up. So I'm going to want to make sure that once again, these hands, so I'm going to reverse, I'm going to nest my seams for those of you that are new. So when you nest your seams, I'm going to have these seams come in, and they're going to go opposite the flaps. So let's look at that. Okay, so you can see I've got my seam allowances. So I'm going to have this seam allowance go in this way, and this other seam allowance go that way. And that's how I'm going to stitch it, and I'm going to know that that is matching up as I'm stitching it together. Okay, and I can feel, you can feel that it's nested. And then once again, I'm going to make sure that this is matching here, but I'm going to give myself a little bit more room, because as you square up your blocks and piece things together, things will lay flatter for you. Okay, so I'm going to just give myself just a hairline of a little bit more space right there. And then your whole runner or your quilt or whatever you're working on, your pillow, will lay flatter. But you know what? In the end, we quilt it all. And in the end, we quilt everything. And then I don't pre-wash my fabrics. I know some people just really, really do, but I don't pre-wash. Because when I'm buying fabrics, I mean, I am a fabric store of a quilt store, okay? So I know I'm buying quality fabrics. I'm buying quality quilting fabrics, and I know that these dye lots are stable because I know what fabric I am purchasing. If I purchased, say, a red from Walmart, which is just fine, but if I purchased a red from Walmart, I might make sure that that red is washed. And I would check and see if that, oh, I have my pins in there. I would check and see if the red was going to bleed. Oh, look at how cute. I actually like that pink and purple in the middle. It looks good, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what? I totally agree. Oh, Laura, this is for you from Michigan. So it says Facebook user. Thank you for letting me know your name, because it's not showing your name, at least up on the screen I'm using. I am actually on. Okay, let's match this next one. I'll stop chatting too much, okay? I don't want to take too much of your time. I try to have the videos be about 30 minutes in length. I'm trying to do that more and more. Okay, once again, we're piecing this to the house. We want this arm to be slightly lower than this. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Yes, definitely a good tip about red fabric. You don't want to put something together and then have that bleed. So you can test it. You can test it and see how it's doing. Okay. Hey, somebody's here. It's Luke. Luke, you want to come say hi to everybody? What are you eating? Did you make
cookie?
You already made a cookie and you didn't bring me up one? Luke has an apartment in our basement, huh, Luke? Come. Oh, wait.
And I'm going to Lagoon.
Yeah, let me switch the camera, you guys. Let's switch the camera so you can see Luke. Okay, Luke, you gotta come down. Yep, there you go. Yep, here's Luke. He came home early from his day program today, huh, Luke?
Yeah, because I wanted to go to Lagoon.
And he has a friend with him, don't you? Another friend. Darren is going to go with you to Lagoon. Lagoon is an amusement park. Hey, Liz wants to know where's her cookie. Where's Liz's cookie from Canada? Liz wants a cookie. Yeah. They want a cookie too. I want a nice warm cookie that smells so good, Luke. Are you going to share a cookie with me?
You want a cookie?
Yes, of course I want a cookie. Of course I want a cookie. But Luke is going to go to an amusement park here in Utah. You have to have reservations to go and to attend it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and piece this through. But you have to have reservations. They're only letting in each day a limited amount of people. It's just a very local amusement park. They do have some... I can't... Can you guys ride roller coasters? I can't do that anymore. I can't do that. As I got older, I just get so sick. I mean, we're talking really sick. I get so sick. And I can't even be pleasant for the rest of the day. I have to, sit. So I will go to amusement parks with my kids, but I really just sit. I just stand in line and then I watch them get on the rides. You know what I mean? But what's really nice is Luke has caregivers. Okay. We've got this much done. Look, you guys, isn't it fun? And you guys picked out everything. Jane, good question. Do we not have lockdown at the moment? Liz, you like roller coasters? Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. How do you do that? Okay, I'm going to get busy sewing some more.
Liz likes roller coasters?
Liz does. She likes roller coasters, Luke.
What kind of roller coasters does she like?
I don't know. She lives in Canada. She likes Canadian roller coasters, I bet. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for the cookie, bud. I love you so much. Yes, I love you. You're so awesome. Thank you, buddy. I love you. So, and
can you hang out this?
Well, I can't right now. I'm doing a live video, dude. I'm doing a live video. We got lots of people. We got lots of people on live with us. Connie, you love roller coasters. Oh my gosh.
Just tell her I'm going on the cannibal.
Well, the cannibal is crazy. What? It goes upside down and drop and swirling. Oh my gosh. That's one of their newest roller coasters there. Not for me. Not for me, but Luke can handle it. Luke can handle spicy food. Really spicy food. We're talking not even normal kind of spicy food. Okay, well, I don't know. Anyways, I can handle spicy food, but I mean, he goes hot. He goes really, really hot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and piece this together. All right. Do you want to bring Diego over here to show the ladies? And the gentlemen's? All the people like us. All the people.
Do they like dogs?
Some people like dogs. Some people don't like dogs. Some people. This is Diego. We have 2 King Charles Cavalier dogs. Liz has German Shepherds. Okay, once again, I'm making sure
Liz
these
has
are
German Shepherds?
German Shepherds. Oh, yeah. She, shows her dogs. But, yeah, that's Diego. He's our boy dog, and he's a sweet little man. Huh, Luke?
We love him. Yeah.
His name is Diego because, see, he has a mask on his face. So he's named after Don Diego de la Vega.
Because of Zorro.
And that's the real name of Zorro. Connie has 2 Doxies. Lynette has a black lab. Yes. We had 3 labs, black, blonde, and chocolate. Oh my gosh, we loved those labs.
Oh, what's that one lady I used to like?
Dolores. I don't see Dolores is on right now. She might be doing something. She's busy. Okay, so they have lifted us back to your question, Jane, that the amusement park can be open, but they can only limit a certain number of people in it. I've got to make sure I'm kind of piecing this properly, but I can unpiece it. If something's wrong, I can always unpick it later, right? Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let's keep this going. Keep the show going. Okay. Oh, wow. This is kind of long today. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wow. That looks great. Okay. Let's do the teal one, and then we're going to add the hearts. And then this is our runner. And come on. Now, how would you, a black pug and a Papillon Chi. Oh, my gosh. 3 pups, a Pomeranian, and 2 rescue terriers. Oh, my goodness. Wow, you guys. You know what? It's so good to have animals. And to have them to love and to talk to and, to have them be part of our lives. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of corny. But Corey really gets a lot out of our animals here. So, okay, you guys, this is the last one. And then I'm going to add the row of hearts to the end. Okay, how would you quilt this? How would you quilt this? I need suggestions on quilting. So how would you quilt this? What are your ideas for quilting this? We need some suggestions. Would you do straight line quilting? Would you maybe do some free motion behind the houses and the people, and then maybe do some straight line quilting inside around the people in the houses? How would you do that? Okay, that looks great. Let's add these hearts. Okay, now on the hearts, I've already squared this up, but I'm going to want to make sure that I'm matching those points. That's a great idea to allow small groups. No, Jane, it's a good question. And to tell you the truth, things have been getting worse in Utah. I mean, we've got a lot more cases. So, and they've kind of had this tradition of going, him and his other disabled friend, and a caregiver takes them. So I have caregivers and employees that work with Luke. But a caregiver takes them, and then they go. Okay, so now, anyways, but next Friday, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, he's not going to Lagoon next Friday because the cases are increasing, and I think we'll just take kind of a little bit of time off from that. And they can hang out, in Luke's apartment or go to Darren's house and hang out or do something else. Okay, so I have lined up the hearts with the last person on the table runner. Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh. I love that we pulled this together. Okay. I love it that we did this. Now this is really important. Okay. So we are going to now stitch the hearts to the teal person. I love teal and red sitting next to each other. When we stitch this, we are going to make sure we go through the intersections of our stitches. So on that red heart, okay, got to make sure my seat doesn't roll back. On that red heart, you can see the X of the intersection of those stitches. Can you see that right there? When I stitch through this, I'm wanting to go just slightly higher. Yes, they have to take a mask to the amusement park. They cannot get into the amusement park without a mask. Good question. I like that. I think we need to understand. Lynette, straight line for modern, I agree with you. And that'd be easy for all of us to get done too. On our domestic machines. We don't want this stuff sitting around as incomplete projects. Okay, so we're going to do a straight line right through the intersection of our points here. And when I stitch this, I'm going to go slightly above that intersection, just slightly above, because I want the point of those hearts to shine through. Okay, so we're going to go right across. So when I stitch, I'm going to stitch with this side on the top. I'm not going to stitch like that, okay? I want to see those intersections as I make those points meet, okay? So let's lay this down. Gosh, this is a long live video. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and get this done, and then I'll hold this up and show you guys. But this has been really, really fun. And let me go ahead and bring it across the next one. I'm going to come across the next intersection. We're going to see live if these points match, right? Yes, all around the people in the houses and go down all the pieces that connect. I agree. Okay, we're going to see if these points of the hearts match. See, who would do live videos like this? I mean, what crazy person would like do this live? Okay, we're going to see if this works. That one video where I like burned myself and my needle broke. That everything went wrong that day. That was a pretty funny video. I've never deleted it. I've never deleted that video. I just feel like we need to be real. Okay, I'll let you guys see first. I can't see. Did they match? Did the points match? What do you think? Should I turn it so the hearts aren't upside down? Upside down hearts aren't that cute. Are they matching? Okay, let me look. I think I did pretty good. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. So let's look at what that looks like. Okay, I'm sorry, I have a lot of things. You do it, it makes me very happy. Okay, look at that. Look, you guys, it worked. Okay, now I'm going to show you the back side. So that is not a true 1/4 inch seam there because I made this match, okay? What was more important to me was that I have the top of these points match, okay? So I don't care that this isn't a true 1/4 inch seam like that, all right? So we're going to flip this around and look at that. So let's go ahead and press this. Oh, I got to make sure my bigger iron is still hot. Oh, it's not. Oh, well. Okay, let's get out the small iron. Make sure, yeah, this one's hot. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's flip this, and let's press this real fast, and let's just get a peek at it all pressed. I won't be able to do that really hardcore with this little teeny tiny iron, but I will make a difference, and I shouldn't view them upside down. It just feels wrong. It feels wrong. Okay, and you know, like this little arm is slightly wider there, and that's okay, you guys. These are real people. We're not all perfect. And we're not supposed to be perfect people. We are supposed to try better to be better people throughout life, but don't try to make things be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know. Some people, you know, some people really do like perfection though. But I like things kind of real. Now you can see my houses met. My points of the roof matched. I didn't even think about that. Do I still have a pin in there? I'm going to have to unpick that. I didn't think about matching my roof right there. I didn't pay attention. See, I should have stitched on the roof side, not the human side, and went straight through that intersection. That's not cool. Okay, I'm going to have to go. I will unpick that one. That I will unpick. I think it looks fine, though. Who knows? Whatever, right? Okay, so if you guys want to, send me your blocks. Make it out of any fabric you want. I started using solid fabrics because I just didn't want the addiction of trying to keep up with everything going on. Okay, let's flip the camera one more time. Okay, there we are. So that looks so sweet. I have got to trim some threads, and I will do that. I've got to put another set of hearts over here, and I will do that. But I will post a picture, and I'm so proud of us. I feel like this is each one of us that have been live on here. Don't you think? Thank you for sharing. You are so sweet. Okay, this is we are all in this together quilt. I really want to thank you guys for supporting me in my little business and you know, supporting me by purchasing a pattern. It's just so sweet because it takes me time to technically write these things. And I did have an error, so I fixed my error. I'm going to be sending people an email. I love it when you guys proof my patterns. Because Lynette, she found an error, so I fixed it. And I'm going to send you guys new pages. But I know which people need the new pages. Anyways, you're going to get a little update because the side of the head pieces was the wrong dimension. Whatever, right? I'm like a ninny. I need to have you guys be my pattern testers. Okay, well, you guys, we are all in this together. This is not over. We're going to continue to have this world. And we just have to be safe and smart And we know that we're a global community. And so now I will border this. I will post pictures, and I can't wait to share with all of you guys and see your block. So if you want to, send me a block that you make. It could be printed fabric, printed backgrounds, everything. Make everything different because we want it to be a community quilt with all the different things. Okay, I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'll be back on live on Monday at noon, Wednesday next week at noon, and Friday at noon. Love you guys. I'll see you guys later.